I was talking to a Serie A fan yesterday, and we're talking about which league this season has been the most entertaining, which league this season has been the best in terms of just pure entertainment, just in terms of the result. The league itself is very close. The games itself are so entertaining to watch. And it made me ask this question now. Hence the reason why this video, I want to find out so far this season, not for the past 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, a decade, no. Just so far this season, which league has been hitting? Which league this season, the games has been, I can't lie, entertainment, pure 10 out of 10s. And which league this season has just been cheeks? The league is already over. That's no point watching. It's dead. Outside of maybe the biggest team, the rest is not even that fun to watch. And after this video, I think we will all find out who's won and who's five. And this is the point of the video. So I want you guys to comment down in the comment section. So far, by the way, disclaimer, this season and this season only, what has been the best 5 leagues so far to watch? Before we go any further, make sure you like the video and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Let's start. So we've got, of course, the top 5 leagues: Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, and of course, the Ligue A. Liga, I mean, we're here at the moment. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real. I'm going to be so real. League-wise, table-wise, this is way, way different to what I've been seeing it. But because for the past couple of years, we see Paris Saint-Germain, just number one. A healthy little gap. I think a couple of years ago, they had a gap come like November, December of like 15 points. There was no competition. Of course, that's always that random year where a Monaco wins it, where a Lille wins it, out of nowhere. But Paris Saint-Germain has been the main team and pretty much ever since, of course, the Qatari took over. But look at the league table, bro. Paris Saint-Germain with 20 points. Second place, 19, Lens. Marseille, 18. Lyon, 18. Lille, 17. Monaco, 17. Strasbourg, 16. And even Nice at 14. Like, there's about a 6-point gap between first place and seventh place. When can you ever remember that happening in Ligue 1? Especially after pretty much about we're about to enter November, of course. After 3 months, 4 months, that's only 6-point difference, which is absolutely insane. I've watched some of the games. I watched the other day Lyon-Strasbourg, where Lyon beat them like in the last second. They missed a penalty to Liso. Like, I've been watching highlights, extended highlights, watching maybe 3 to 4 games again. If you are a consistent watcher of the league, let me know how you feel about this season. But from an outside looking in, I'm not going to pretend I watch every single Ligue 1 game. I don't. I only tune in to the biggest games, like 3. I tune into the Paris-Marseille, of course, after I watched the replay because the Ballon d'Or took place at the same time. So I've only watched about 3 to 4 90 minutes games. So it's hard for me to determine if that league has been elite. But in terms of just outside looking in, purely in terms of what the highlights that I'm watching, and of course the league table and the results that I'm looking at, I can't lie. This is kind of nice. I'm vibing with it. Only 6 points. I'm vibing. And even like if we just base it on the fixtures here, Paris beating 3-0, Lille 6-1, Lyon 2-1, Marseille Lens. Of course, Marseille finally lost. Then you've got the other week, Strasbourg 5-0, Lille, Paris Saint-Germain 1-1, Nice 3-2, Paris 3-3 with Strasbourg. Like, bro, the results are crazy, bro. Like, look at the results. Even the teams in there, like in the mid-table, and bro, look at this, bro. Good results. I'm gonna be real. Some very good results. I can't lie. Liga, at the moment, you guys are up there. It's the top 3 team. Then we go to Allah. I'm gonna be real. Wallah, the moment you tell and you start asking YouTubers, pick up the YouTubers, I'm a YouTuber myself, yo, come and broadcast my league. You know it's long. You know it's long. You know you're struggling, wallah, with watches and TV rights and X, Y, and Z. The moment you say to yourself, you know what, bond the TV rights, let me get a YouTuber. Come on, brother. Come on, bro. I'm seeing games on YouTube for free, Ak. Come on. Really? Really? I mean, the league itself, listen, Bayern Munich, of course, 30 goals so far this season. Look at the goal difference. Mamma mia, bro. This is crazy. Of course, Leipzig, for me, is the most surprised team because, of course, they lost out 3 of the best players. Like, 3 of the best players left this summer. Sesko, Simmons, and Openda. They all left. And they still, like Leipzig is one of those teams, no matter who goes, they still manage to find some gems out of nowhere. Great start to the league, of course, for Leipzig. Stuttgart's up there, of course. Great season for Stuttgart. That little midfielding trio of Stiller and, of course, hey, Real Madrid player Chema, and of course El Khanous, who's been amazing for Stuttgart. Dortmund up there as usually. Leverkusen, despite the poor start with Ten Hag. I can't lie, it's not bad outside of Bayern Munich, but this is quite healthy. Like with the Bundesliga, every year is who's going to finish top 4. Forget who's going to win the league. Who's going to finish top 4? That is the main priority. That's the main question. But I haven't watched any of the games. The only game that I've watched was Bayern against Dortmund. I watched the replay of that game. And other games, as we usually do on Twitch, where we watch the extended highlights on certain games. Frankfurt, that was one crazy game where Frankfurt against Gladbach that finished 6-4. Like, in terms of the game itself, again, I'm not a vivid watcher of this league, but the result is kind of interesting. Frankfurt scores a lot of goals. From what I've realized, this game is insane, of course. Leverkusen Mainz, we watched the highlights. This is, of course, the game that I watched. The other games, I mean, listen, this game is insane. 6-4. And Frankfurt was leading by 6 goals. And Gladbach came back from 6-0 down to 6-4. So, again, I'm going to be real. Out of all the leagues so far, again, I'm not here to say I've watched it. I'm going to put this one the last, bro. Like, just from the outside looking in, I'm going to put this, just from a competition standpoint, I'm going to put that the last, man. That's just me being real. Then, Serie A, man. Serie A, bro. Every Serie A fan I speak to Milan fans, I speak to Juve fans, I speak to many fans here. They always tell me this league, in terms of just pure entertainment, this league is the best. And it's been the best for the past couple of years. If you go back every single year of the past couple of years, there's always a different league winner. It's never the same. Like, look at this. Last season, Napoli won. The year before, Inter won. The year before, Napoli won. The year before, Milan won. The year before, Inter won. The year before, Juve won. The past 6 years has been 6 different league winners. Like, this is the kind of entertainment which they talk about. Because no one knows. No one knows what's going to happen. One day, we might see Napoli first. The week before, we saw Milan first. The week before, we saw Inter first. It changes every time. And even, like, look at this, bro. 18 points, first place Napoli. Brother, look at this. 9th place Udinese is on 12 points. 6 points, like, this is what I'm talking about. And every time it goes to the last game of the game, the last game of the season. Last season, Napoli won it in the last game week. The top 4 race was decided in the last game week. And it's the same every single year. Players coming in, managers being sacked. Tudor got sacked by Juve just yesterday. So there was Serie A. Again, I watch out of all the 5 leagues, Serie A is up there in the games that I watch the most. Like this season, I've been watching a lot of Milan games because, of course, Luka Modric, and every Milan game has been entertaining. Fiorentina, they lost the last game out of nowhere. So they drew the last game out of nowhere against Pisa. Was it Pisa they played? Yeah, Pisa, where they scored in the last 9 seconds to make it 2. Like, Pisa was winning 2-1, and Milan had to come in the last second to make it 2-2. Like, this league is just so fun to watch. So fun to watch. And I'm going to be real. Out of just this season, I'm basing on purely this season, Serie A is number 1 for me. Serie A is number 1 for me. And I think that's a good difference between 1 and 2nd, 3, 4, 5. Like, Serie A this season has been delivering, bro, in most of the games. Then we've got La Liga. La Liga this season hasn't hit the same, bro. It hasn't hit the same. Like Madrid, Barca hasn't been the best. Atleti started poorly, and now they're getting slowly back in rhythm. But the other team has delivered. Like Elche has been a surprise. Of course, outside of this little first defeat, which they lost against Alaves with a man down. Before that, they were literally in the top 2 race. At one point, they led the league. Like Elche was a surprise team. Espanyol is doing very, very well. Villarreal is, of course, doing very well with Marcelinho. But La Liga this season has done better in the sense of one thing, whereas the other teams has actually been better. Last season, a lot of teams of the bigger teams struggled. Seville struggled. Valencia struggled. Sociedad struggled. A lot of teams last season struggled. massive. Whereas this season, we're seeing them. Villarreal's up there, Atleti's up there, Betis is always there. Bilbao's creeping up, despite a poor the last couple of games with no Nico Williams and then Nico Williams. But I can't lie, La Liga this season, it hasn't been the same. It hasn't been the same so far because of Barcelona, who's yet to be impressive, and Real Madrid just being dominating. And listen, bro, that's a 5-point gap already from first place to Atleti in fourth place. That's 8 point. Like La Liga this season has been Madrid. Madrid has dominated La Liga as of right now. So for La Liga, I'll put it third, and for me, second place has been the Premier League. I think Premier League, yes, Arsenal at the moment are, of course, leading. Arsenal at the moment looks very like. I made a video yesterday saying that whether the Premier League is now done, which I kind of think it is. I think Arsenal's won the league. But one thing I can't take away is look at the table. Bournemouth is second. Sunderland, who got promoted last season, is fourth. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, there is no easy game except for Arsenal. Like, Arsenal, every game for them is easy at this point. Again, at this point. But other than that, every game you go to is difficult. Liverpool, who spent 500 million this year, have struggled in almost every game. Chelsea, who won the Club World Cup and everything, they struggled every game this season. City, you think they back and they lose random games away from home to Aston Villa and Brighton. Sunderland has surprised the whole world. Like Spurs, like this league in terms of surprise result and Premier League so far from all the games that I've watched in terms of and the games that I look in terms of foot mob and I check the scores in different leagues. Premier League is the only league that I've seen have a consistent amount of late goals. Every week, I feel like that's about 3 to 4 games that's got a late goal deciding the game. Like, Premier League has had so many 92nd, 93rd, 94th, 95th. Like, Liverpool by themselves had about 4 this season. Just 4 this season. Chelsea was, in the past just 2 games at home, they lost both games in the last-minute goals. Sunderland and Brighton. So the Premier League is just crazy. Outside of Arsenal, who's been dominating, same way as Real Madrid, who Madrid have dominated La Liga and Arsenal's dominated Premier League. But in just pure entertainment, I think the Premier League has had a lot more compared to La Liga. So for that reason, if I had to pick in terms of just from an entertaining standpoint, I'm going to be real, even La Liga should be 4th, fam. I'm going to be real, just from an outside looking in, and someone who's not biased, someone who's watched all 5 leagues and tuned in, of course. Serie A is 1. Premier League is 2. Ligue A is 3. Just entertainment. The title says entertainment. 4th is Real Madrid, 4th is La Liga, and 5th place is Bundesliga. Put down in the comments what your top 5 are, just from an entertainment standpoint. When you watch the league, are you happy? Are you getting entertained? Or are you getting bored with some of the games? That's what I'm trying to say. For me, I've given you my top 5 ranking as of right now. I'll make this halfway through the league and, of course, towards the end of the league so we can determine which league has been the best so far this season. But this is my top 5. Put down in the comments what your top 5 are. Make sure you like the video and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you soon with another video. Peace.